विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शांति शांति शांति। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ शांति शांति शांति। My humble pranams. Om Sri Sai Ram. Humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba Varu. Today we Bangalore East Gurus and alumni students are celebrating Guru Purnima Day. May Swami bless us all. Om Sri Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, will you have Veda chanting now?
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Ganana Tva Ganapati Gum Havamahe Kavim Kabinamupamashravastamam ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आन शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनं प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वा जिनीवती धीनामवित्रयवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम। Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, now we have Ganesha Bhajan.
नर्तन गणपति नमो नर्तन गणपति नमो नमो नागभूषण नमो नमो नागभूषण नमो नमो यक्ष किन्नर गंधर्व सेविता यक्ष किन्नर
गन्धर्वसेवित सौभाग्यदायक सिद्धिविनायक सौभाग्यदायक सिद्धिविनायक पतिपुरीश्वर नमो नमो पतिपुरीश्वर नमो नमो पाप विनाशक नमो नमो पाप विनाशक नमो नमो नागभूषण नमो नमो नागभूषण नमो नमो नर्तन गणपति नमो नमो नागभूषण नमो नमो यक्ष किन्नर गन्धर्वसेवित सौभाग्यदायक सिद्धिविनायक पतिपुरीश्वर नमो नमो पाप विनाशक नमो नमो नागभूषण नमो नमो नागभूषण नमो नमो नर्तन गणपति नमो नमो साईराम
Sairam, we'll have Sridi Baba Abhishek along with bhajan by Madhvan students.
Om Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Shambho Shankara, Om Shivaya, Shambho Shankara, Om Shivaya, Shambho Shankara, Om Shivaya, Shambho Shankara, Om Shivaya, Vibhuti Sundara Sai Ram, Vibhuti Sundara Sai Ram, Sai Ram Satya Sai Ram, Sai Ram Satya Sai Ram. Om Shivaya, Om Shivaya, Shambho Shankara, Om Shivaya, Shambho Shankara, Om Shivaya, Shambho Shankara, Om Shivaya, Vibhuti Sundara Sai Ram, Sai Ram Satya Sai Ram, Sai Ram Satya Sai Ram. Om Shivaya, Om Shivaya.
We have right now we have Guru Shloka.
अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः.
अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः.
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः.
चैतन्य शाश्वत शान्तो व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुना नादकलातीता तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः।
ज्ञान शक्ति समारूढ़ा तत्वमाला विभूषिता भुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदाता च तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
अनेक जन्म संप्राप्ता कर्मबन्ध विदाहिने ज्ञान प्रदानेन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः।
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव वेद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा श्री साई देवा।
साईराम।
Sairam, we'll have Guru Bhajan now.
गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा। गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा। जय देवा गुरुदेवा जय सत्य साईश्वरा। जय देवा गुरुदेवा जय सत्य साईश्वरा। जय 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 करुणाकरा जय 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 करुणाकरा। जय 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 अखिलेश्वरा जय 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 अखिलेश्वरा। जय 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 शिरडीश्वरा जय 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 शिरडीश्वरा। जय 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 परमेश्वरा जय 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 परमेश्वरा। गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा। जय देवा गुरुदेवा जय सत्य साईश्वरा। जय 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 करुणाकरा जय 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 अखिलेश्वरा। जय 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 शिरडीश्वरा जय 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 परमेश्वरा। जय 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 परमेश्वरा। गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा।
Sairam, now we'll have our Madhuban students to talk on Divine Guru and their grace.
Om Shri Sai Ram. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba Varu. I am Gurudat from Bangalore East. Today is Guru Purnima, a very auspicious day. We got an opportunity to contemplate on our Guru Parampara and pay homage to them. Manasa Bajre Guru Charanam.
मानस बजोरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर पवसागर तरणम मानस बजोरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर पवसागर तरणम गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः ओम अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओंकारं भव ओम नमो बाबा मानस बजुरे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर पवसागर तरणम.
As we all know, this is the first bhajan sung by Swami on 20th October 1940. Through this bhajan, he advised us to meditate on the feet of Guru. They will take us across the difficult sea of samsara. Our country Bharat is a land of divine gurus from ancient times. Mother is our first guru. Nature is the best guru. Presently, Swami is our divine guru, who is the torch bearer and guiding us through our Bhavikas gurus. Even Lord Rama and his brothers were guided by their guru Vasishtha. Lord Krishna and Balarama were the beloved disciples of Guru Sandipani Maharshi. They were in Treta Yuga and Dwapar Yuga. In Kali Yuga, Adi Shankaracharya, who was the disciple of Guru Gaudapada, was guided by his guru to spread Advaita Vedanta. Who is Guru? The word Gu means ignorance. Ru means remover, one who removes ignorance. Guru is Gunatita and Rupavajjita. Just now, our gurus chanted Guru Slokas. The Guru is described as Akanda Mandalakaram, Ekam, Vimalam, Achalam, like this, beyond description. In the very first class of our Balvikas, we were taught this Guru Sloka. Guru Brahma,
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
our teacher explained Guru as Trinity, Parabrahman. Guru is God. While explaining, she narrated an incident. Once, a guru was standing, an ardent devotee has entered. Then he said, "A divine person is standing next to me." Then the guru felt very happy and said, "See, you're all very fortunate. God has come down and standing here by my side. You prostrate before him and take his blessings." Astonishingly, this disciple first bowed down to his guru and then prostrated to God. The guru was shocked. He asked his disciple why he did that. The disciple replied, "Guruji, I know you as my living God. Now you introduced him as God. So first, I felt like doing pranams to the living God and then the God who is introduced by you." That is what he learned. Acharya Devo Bhava. Guru Purnima is celebrated on Ashada Purnima by paying homage to Vedavyasa, who is the composer of the epic Mahabharata. He arranged the Vedas in their present order for the benefit of mankind. They are Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharva Veda. He composed Brahma Sutras and 18 Puranas. He is the son of sage Parashara and great-grandson of sage Vasishtha. He is called Lokaguru. Guru draws the essence from all the scriptures and gives it to us for easy understanding, study, reflection, and application. Guru Purnima is a special day for honoring our spiritual preceptor. In the 8th century, Sri Adicharya established firmly the Advaita Vedanta philosophy as the essential unifying basis of the Hindu religion. Let us see how Adiguru has showered his grace on his disciples. Once, one of his disciples, Sananda, washed the clothes of his Guru and dried them on the rock in the middle of the river. But even as he was folding them, the river rose fast in a swirling flood, and he had scarce a foothold on top of the rock. Getting late, the Guru would need the washed clothes soon. So Sananda had to walk across the raging waters. With the blessings of his Guru, wherever his foot was planted, a sturdy lotus bloomed and bore him on its petals. That is why he came to be called lotus-footed Padmapada. Till then, Sananda could not pay attention to the lessons, but the grace of his Guru enabled him to master all the knowledge and shine as a brilliant exponent of ancient wisdom. In another incident, Guru Shankaracharya was to start the class, but he was waiting for his student, Giri, who was gone out for some work. The other students were impatient, and one of them commented on his low grasping capacity. Guru could read their minds and granted Giri proficiency in 14 Vidyas. With that, Giri came back chanting Totaka Vritta Sloka with meaning. From that time, he became famous as Acharya. Now, here is a story from Swami's Chinnakatha itself. Once upon a time, Samartha Ramadas, the Guru of Emperor Shivaji, was on his visit to Shivaji with his disciples. On the way, the disciples felt very hungry and thirsty. The Guruji was walking ahead of them. They noticed a sugarcane field. Each one plucked a sugarcane and started chewing it. The owner of the field noticed them, caught hold of them, and caned them nicely. He went and complained about them to their Guru. The Guru asked for apology on behalf of them and gently corrected their disciples for not controlling their jifva chapalya, that is, eating weakness. Later, they reached the palace and Emperor Shivaji Maharaj gave them a cordial welcome. The emperor himself gave him a bath with all affection. Shivaji noticed red marks on his Guru's back and questioned the Guru. The Guru did not give any reply. Afterwards, when the disciples were asked, they narrated their shameful act on their way. Shivaji realized that the Guru has taken the pain of his disciples, that is, compassion. The Guru showers. Once, long ago, Guru Gobind Singh was sent a word by the king through Wazir to lend all the things he had for a celebration in the palace. The Guru refused to lend them as they did not belong to him. They belonged to the devotees. The Wazir, who was a devotee of Guru Gobind Singh, conveyed this message and advised him not to pursue the Guru for this. The Wazir was punished by poking his eyes. All the while, the Wazir was meditating upon the lotus feet of his Guru. There was not even a drop of blood seen from his eyes. At the same time, the devotees noticed blood oozing out from the feet of Guru Gobind Singh. Now, in another incident, Shri Sainath also had a guru. He made a mention of Gurusthan under the neem tree. There were a number of incidents when Sainath himself had taken the sickness and pain, sufferings of his devotees with a call from depth of their hearts and saved them. Our own Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, though his previous incarnation was Shirdi Sai Baba, we have seen him performing Vibhuti Abhisheka to the idol of Shirdi Sai Baba. He showed us how we should show our reverence for a guru. Swami is so compassionate, not only for his devotees, even for animals too. He saved the snake, which would have been crushed under his car, by allowing the tires pass on his back. In another incident which happened in Assam, lots of vibhuti has fallen down from body of the cat Pinky when it was beaten by its mistress for indeed a small mistake. Once, Swami was at Madanapalli Horsley Hills along with his students for summer vacations. He, Buffalo, was drawing drinking water cart to the uphill for them throughout their stay. Before leaving to Bengaluru, Swami went to that buffalo, patted that buffalo for its service. Sai is Karuna Samudra. Take the name of Guru with total surrender. He is by our side to protect us and to guide us. Guru Adi Shankaracharya showed the pathway in Bhajagovinda. Guru Charanambuja.
Guru Charanambujaner Parabhaktaha Samsarat Achirativa Mukta Sendriya Manasa Niyamadevam Drakshasi Nidahritayastam Devam.
Meaning, surrender at the lotus feet of the divine teacher with your senses and mind disciplined and freed from shackles of samsara. You will behold the Lord who is seated in your heart. Jai Sai Ram.
Now we welcome Balavikas Gurus to share their thoughts on Guru Purnima Day.
Sairam Kumari, Sairam Hema,
Sairam Shruti, Sairam Kumari.
Sairam. It is good. We got an opportunity to contemplate on our great gurus on this Guru Purnima Day.
Kumari, when we look back, we can notice that all those great gurus gifted us with so many disciples who had spread their gurus' messages and uplifted our Sanatana Dharma.
Here, Acharya Traya came to my mind, and we know them also, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, and Shankaracharya. They pronounced Vedanta Darshana. They established so many maths in all four corners of India. And in turn, their disciples who are deputed in these maths have spread their teachings and protected Hindu Dharma.
Here, I remember two more great disciples, Kanakadasa and Purandaradasa. They are saints from Karnataka. They were the disciples of Vyasaraya of Vijayanagara.
I know. In 15th century, a gold merchant, Srinivasa Nayak, a spiritual aspirant, came to Vice Vyasaraya, sought to be initiated by him. Srinivasa was polished and became a famous saint as Purandaradasa.
All his music compositions are simple and swell with devotion.
Purandaradasa's contemporary Kanakadasa was also blessed by Vyasaraya with spiritual potentiality. His Haribhakta Tara and Mohana Taranga were very popular compositions.
Shruti, I wish to make a mention of Swami Vivekananda of 19th century. He was an ardent disciple of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa.
Yes, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa came on the scene when winds of Western culture were raising strongly over our Bharata. He cleansed the soot-laden lamp of the Hindu religion, replenished the oil, straightened the wick, and steadied the purification.
Exactly. At that time, Vivekananda came to see that light lit by his Guru was taken out of Dakshineshwar to dispel of gloom that covered the entire the country.
What more? It was taken to other lands also for the benefit of all mankind.
You know, when Swami Vivekananda came back from Chicago to his native place, Calcutta, a grand welcome was given to him. Then he paid a touching tribute to his master. He humbly said, if he had achieved anything by thought, word, or deed, he laid no claim to it. It was all because of his master's grace.
That kind of dedicated disciples was gifted to the world by Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Let us also pay homage to all the gurus and their disciples. Sai Ram to you all.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram. Now we have Guru Padaka Sotram composed by Shankaracharya. Sai Ram. We'll have Guru Padaka Sotram.
Samsara Samudra Tara Naukaitabhyam Guru Bhaktitabhyam Vairagya Samrajyada Pujanabhyam Namo Namaha Shri Guru Padukabhyam Kavitvavarhashi Nishakarabhyam Daurvagyadavam Buddhamalikabhyam Durikrutanamra Vipattitabhyam Namo Namaha Shri Guru Padukabhyam Natayayo Shri Patitam Samiyo Kadachit Tapyashu Daridravaryah Mukacha Vachas Patitam Hitabhyam Namo Namaha Shri Guru Padukabhyam Narayana Tanikasha Padarhitabhyam Nana Vimohadi Nivarikabhyam Namajanabhishta Tatipradabhyam Namo Namaha Shri Guru Padukabhyam Vipali Mauli Vrajaratna Kanti Saridvirajan Jashakanyakabhyam Nrupadvadabhyam Natalokapante Namo Namaha Shri Guru Padukabhyam Papandhakararka Paramparabhyam Tapatrayahindra Khageshwarabhyam Jadyabhisamshoshanavadavabhyam Namo Namaha Shri Guru Padukabhyam Samadhi Shatka Pradavaibhavabhyam Samadhi Dana Pratari गीताभ्याम् मुक्तेरेतुर्स्थिरभक्तिदाभ्याम् नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम् स्वार्चापराणाम् अखिलेष्टदाभ्याम् स्वाहा सहायाक्ष धुरन्धराभ्याम् स्वान्ताक्ष भाव प्रदपूजनाभ्याम् नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम् कामादिसर्प व्रजगारुडाभ्याम् विवेकवैराग्य निधिप्रदाभ्याम् बोधप्रदाभ्याम् धृतमोक्षदाभ्याम् नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम् नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम् नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम्
Sairam. Sairam. Now we welcome Sri Chandrasekhar sir to share his thought. Sairam, we welcome Chandrasekhar sir.
Om Shri Sairam. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Offering my humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan. Greetings to all on the auspicious occasion of Guru Purnima. Respected elders and my dear brothers and sisters. It is said that Dhyana Moolam Guror Murtihi, Puja Moolam Guroh Padam, Mantra Moolam Guror Vakyam, Moksha Moolam Guror Kripa. Meaning, the object of our meditation is the form of our beloved Guru. The object of the puja or the basis of our puja is the lotus feet of our Guru. His words, our Guru's words, are verily the mantra, and the basis of moksha for each of the Sishyas is Guru's Kripa, or the grace of our Guru. After the beautiful thoughts that are expressed on the glory of our Guru by all the Balvikas Gurus and the Madhuvan students, let's take a few minutes and reflect on what the role of a Guru is in everyone's life, and specifically the role of Balvikas Gurus in Bhagwan's mission. For all Bharatiyas who lead life in accordance with the tenets of Sanatana Dharma, life's journey progresses hierarchically from Mata, Pita, Guru and Daivam in that particular order. Mother and father give Janma or the birth, the physical body, whereas Guru shows the path to Janma Rahitya, the secret to escape the cycles of birth and death. And that's the reason why before any activity, especially that which enlightens us, either educational or spiritual activities, we start with remembering our Guru, even before we remember God, as was mentioned in one of the talks. That's the reason, if you notice, when we chant Vedam, before starting to chant Vedam, we say Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, remembering those who have taught us. Also, if you have noticed in Hanuman Chalisa, it said Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja Nijamana Mukura Sudhari. It is even the dust of the feet of the Guru cleanses our mind. That's the power of even the dust of the Guru's feet. In Vidyavahini, written by Bhagwan, Swami talks about two types of Vidya. One is Laukika Vidya and the other one Adhyatma Vidya. And Swami clearly demarcates these two, saying that Laukika Vidya is for Jivanopadhi, meaning it's for eking out a livelihood, whereas Adhyatma Vidya is for Jivita Paramavadhi, which is for our life. And therefore, those who teach you Laukika Vidya are called teachers, who actually learn and repeat what they have learnt. It is more of an intellectual learning. And in the worldly learning process, it is the students who actually choose the teachers. But in Adhyatma Vidya, the Guru is someone who has experienced what he is teaching. And therefore, it is an experiential learning process. And because of that, the Guru is the one who chooses the disciples and not the other way around. And unlike a worldly education which has got a syllabus and a fixed methodology, in the relationship between a Guru and a disciple, the Guru gives a very customized and personalized methodology, approach, objectives, and the pace to his Sishyas, to each of the Sishyas, based on the Sishyas level of grasping. Today, there seems to be a trend of self-learning in every sphere of education. This is actually spreading even to spiritual lessons, which is actually a very dangerous trend, especially in spiritual knowledge. Swami gives the example of saying that if you want to light a lamp, you have a lamp, the oil, the wick, the matchbox, all the required material available. But can the lamp light on its own? No. You would still need someone who can assemble all this material in a particular order, pour the oil into the lamp, put the wick, and then light the matchbox and then the wick. And that's the reason why you require someone to guide each of the students and the disciples to through this process of enlightenment. That is why in Telugu it said, Guru Leni Vidya, Guddi Vidya. That's an education or a process of learning without a guru is a blind education. That's the reason why, as was mentioned in one of the previous talks, Rama and Krishna, though they were avatars, they had gurus. And they went through the process of formal learning from the gurus, in spite of being the very embodiment of knowledge. That's the reason when many people asked Swami, people relate to Swami in so many different ways. Some relate to him as father, mother, friend, husband, beloved. But according to Swami, the best relationship, the most ideal relationship which he would like to have with all of us is that of Guru and Sishya. That's the reason why the first announcement that he made when he introduced himself to the world was as a Guru. and not with any other relationship. Also, Swami says, when somebody asks him, who are you? He doesn't refer to himself as Satya Sai Baba because he never identified himself with the body. He used to say, Aham Satya Bodhakaha. I am a teacher of truth. And so when many people ask, when Swami left his physical body, who's going to be his successor? Who's going to be the next guru? I think this may be applicable for all worldly organizations, but when God himself descends as the guru, the one who does not have any birth and death, he himself becomes our guru, then he remains our eternal guru. And we don't need any other worldly gurus for us to look up to. Swami has graciously gifted all of us, this Bal Vikas movement. Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yutsavaha. This is the first opening shloka of Bhagavad Gita. For all of us in our life, Bhagavad Gita, the Karma Kshetra or Dharma Kshetra for all the gurus is this Bal Vikas gift that he has given for us to do our sadhana. So presently, as you see in the educational field, the trend is there are lazy students and greedy teachers who are just interested in seeing education as a means of livelihood. Bhagwan says what we need is students who have Shraddha and gurus who have Tyaga. So when Swami identified or had to give a christen each of us a name, he did not use any other word lesser than a guru. That is the status that he has accorded to each one of us. Ordinary people like all of us, if he has given the status of a guru, I think it's a prepaid qualification. And then we need to work towards deserving it. And how do we do that? By being role models and practicing whatever we preach the children. Swami obviously says that, one blind person cannot lead another who is blind. If you don't know swimming, there is no way you can guide anybody else who is drowning or save anybody else who is drowning when you yourself do not know how to swim. And therefore, it is our responsibility, collective responsibility as gurus to first practice what we are doing, experience what we are preaching, and then only it will be effective when it is taught to children. Swami says teachers are like, they have the role of an alarm timepiece. The students are lost in a sleep and slumber of ignorance, and then it is the guru's role to wake them up from that slumber and then grant them prajnana, which Swami says is spiritual wisdom, so that they can awake, arise, and strive towards reaching the goal. And that's why Swami says Guru should show the guri and then keep the disciple focused on it. And it's not about imparting some bookish knowledge to children alone. Swami says you should be, a guru should be so great that he or she should be able to give oneself totally, just like how Bhishmacharya did to Pandavas, though it was his duty to actually protect the kingdom on behalf of the Kauravas. Being a great guru, he himself gave ideas to Pandavas on how they should kill him so that ultimately dharma is protected. And that is the kind of self-sacrifice that great gurus do. So what is our current role? In a beautiful stanza written by Adi Shankaracharya, he says, Shariram Surupam Yathava Kalatram Yashas Charuchitram Dhanam Merutulyam Manaschenna Lagnam Gurorangri Padme Tatah Kim, Tatah Kim, Tatah Kim, Tatah Kim. What is the use of having a wonderful body, a strong body, or being very famous or being very wealthy? Dhanam Merutulyam, Yashas Charuchitram. There is no use of having the greatest of intelligence and having everything else that one can have. But if we don't our minds are not surrendered at the feet of Guru, then all these are of absolutely no use. So all of us as Gurus on this sacred day, we need to reflect within ourselves whether we as Gurus who have been given the sacred responsibility by Bhagwan to mold the next generation are indeed following all the teachings that Bhagwan has enunciated in our personal lives and are not carried away by narrow-mindedness, selfish interest, and then not seeing divinity in ourselves, in each of the co-gurus, fellow men, and also in the children whom we teach. I think the best Guru Dakshina that each one of us can offer on this sacred day to Bhagwan is to put into practice what we have received, and number two, bring a good name to our Guru. This is the day when all the students usually pay homage to their Gurus and look up to them with respect and reverence. And I think as Gurus, each one of us need to look within ourselves to see and reflect how much we deserve the status that Swami has accorded us, the status of a Guru, and strive sincerely with Trikarana Shuddhi to do sadhana so that we deserve such a high stature. I will end with Mangalam to Bhagwan that we chant every day morning. Mangalam Gurudevaya, Mangalam Jnanadayine, Mangalam Partivasaya, Mangalam Satyasayine. I pray to Bhagwan to bless all the Gurus so that we dedicate ourselves and surrender ourselves at Bhagwan's lotus feet and then bring glory to his fair name. Sai Ram.
Om Sri Sai Ram. Now we conclude this session with the Arati followed by the Asudoma.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Satya Sai Hare Bhaktajana Samrajaka Bhaktajana Samrajaka Bhakti Vareshwara Om Jai Jagadish Hare Shri Vadana Shri Sai Mahadeva,
नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण
Sai Ram.